You're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
When it comes to business, they want to get 10K a month within first week or first month.
You're doing now 200K in the last 2 months.
Yeah, we did that.
I went all on Rocky Balboa
even
on you.
speak up.
When I put a gun on your head right now, I'm gonna tell you, listen, if you don't make $1 million at end of the month, your mom is gonna die.
I will make it. For
Somehow,
sure.
somewhere,
Yeah.
you're gonna make it. That's your
Gonna find
survival
the path,
mechanism.
yeah.
Hamza,
Rose,
welcome.
Thank you.
My brother, you've been one of the most loyal and consistent students within the community, but our relationship is way more than only mentor and students. You know it already. You're now in Dubai. Welcome to this beautiful city.
Thank you.
And you've been doing so much more than only doing your ecom business, everything around it, from family to your own habits, to your own health, to everything around it. You've been really, really working hard on it. And yeah, tell us, man. Share us your story. Tell us about where you came from, how you got to a position where you're doing now 200K in the last 2 months.
Yeah, we did that.
And from someone with your background, it is extremely rare to find the same pattern and the same success, you know? So what is your secret, man?
So my secret is only hard work, you know. There is no secret sauce or anything. So I started on January 2024. I was looking on YouTube videos, trying to gather informations about the e-commerce and stuff like that. And I started testing products as everyone, I think, at the same position as me. From Morocco, the banking, you know, it's very, very hard to have an
You live in Morocco right now.
Yeah, I was living in Morocco that time, and it was very hard for me to find a payment gateway from Morocco. Every time you apply, you just get refusal email, and that's it, you know. At that time, I think my brother helped me so much. So he helped me to get the banking and everything. And yeah, I launched my first store. I tested the first product and it wasn't good, you know. I had a very bad website and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I keep testing, and every time I was failing, I just keep sticking on it, you know. I had the ego that I refuse to lose, you know. So I have to make it work. And I was doing good. Yeah, I started getting sales, doing 10K a month like that. And then I can't surpass that level, you know. I was stuck in at 10K, 15K a month. And at that time, I was following you on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I was following your lifestyle, what you do and everything. Yeah, and I just got the idea to reinvest the money that I have saved from the business. And I texted you, you remember? And I showed you. And then from that time, you know, I just make... It was very, very quickly, you know.
Yeah,
and not even the results, you know, the habits, so many things, the mindset and so many things, you know.
I hear every single time people saying like, oh, I don't know who I sign up for. I don't know who to choose to mentor me. But I always tell them like, all the information is the same. You want to look at someone who you really respect. You want to look at someone who actually manages to keep everything on track around business. What kind of beliefs does he have? What kind of discipline does he follow? How does he bring himself out in a message to the world? Look at all these things when you make a choice for who's gonna mentor you. Because eventually it's super hard and difficult because there's so many people out there doing this, right? But the person you look up to the most and respect the most, choose him and go for it. And I remember you actually signed up, and then you did it for 1 week. You didn't see results in 1 week.
And
you're like, hey, brother, I think I want to stop this and that. I'm not seeing results. And I told you, brother, listen, you have to continue. Like, I know you can do this. You just have to believe and have patience. Eventually, even if in our religion and all the things around you, you see sabr. Patience is the most important skill in this journey overall. Like if you compare it to other things, if you're just gonna open up a local store somewhere, you're gonna be investing like 3 years, 4 years until you finally see some profit. And then here you can just do 2-3 months and you see already like your store blowing up. You know?
Yeah, I remember the first week I joined like I was like everyone. I think the problem is with the mindset, you know. I was thinking that if I invest or if I enroll, for example, with you, and you are driving a Ferrari, living in Dubai and stuff like that, I will get it very fast. You know, the first month I will leave this because someone, but this is a big trick that all of students or a lot of people, beginners that fall into it, you know. So the first week I remember, I was doing I wasn't doing good, and then I decided to quit. I said, nah, this is not good, and this is just bullshit. And I remember you gave me a free mindset call,
Bro,
15 minutes or 20 minutes, and
20 minutes only about mindset.
Yeah.
I went all Rocky
we
Balboa
didn't
on
even
you.
speak about business or anything.
Nothing, just your mindset.
And that call changed everything. After that call, I don't know if we attracted that energy or something like that, but after that call, everything just keep crushing it every month.
I'm so grateful to hear that, man. Because it's all like the basic layer of any business you're gonna do is always mindset. And people trying to find a secret formula or the fastest way to getting rich, but it doesn't exist, because eventually with anything you have to put in the work, and the work comes from the mindset you created. So that is the backbone of everything. And you remember when we were doing the strategy called the mindset stuff, it wasn't even only about how to set up your business. It was really, how can you make your surrounding work for you? How can you really establish that energy that you're missing, that mental resilience to keep going all the time? How can you become that guy? Because if you want to come here, but your mindset is here, it's impossible, no matter how much you try. You have to bring your mindset way up front of where you are right now.
And you see people, for example, if they go to school, they are willing to invest like 12 years or 15 years just for a salary like 2K or something like that a month. But when it comes to business, they want to get 10K a month within first week or first month. It doesn't make sense,
Because they're not forced, I think, because there's free will. Like when you're doing into business, it also has to do with so many people around you telling you, oh, you idiot, what are you doing? You should not do that. Have a safety net, go to school. But we also saw the safety net in Corona, right? Like everyone was jobless, and who were actually the people making money online? The online entrepreneurs just like selling products, a market that never dies. Can you tell us a little bit about how did it change things for your personal life? I know you're married. I know you and your wife, you live together, but also with your mom, I think?
With my mom now.
And how is that going? Like, how are they looking at, from their view, on you doing these crazy numbers? I mean, brother, in Morocco, people make like $200 a month maximum. You're there making 100K. Like, how do they look at that?
At the beginning, I think my mom never, the winning formula for our parents, it's you go to school, you either be a doctor, lawyer, engineer. This is success for them. But when I was talking about them, about the business for them, then she never trusted me. But she knew that I'm a good person, and if I want something, I get it, But she was skeptical a little bit. Be careful to lose money. Be careful to not succeed. And but now, let's be honest, man. They are just motivating me all the time.
Do us all day,
Alhamdulillah, brother. They are good. We are good. We are happy with the results because I'm sharing with everyone. I only have family, This is first thing for me. And I'm sharing with them everything, and they are very, very happy, and they are very proud.
You told me in the car, like now you're really keeping your circle small, only your family, and you're not seeing any friends anymore, especially the friends from in the past who you shared some bad habits with, Eventually, this is a whole path of sacrifice. For anybody who's watching, if you're deciding to become successful, you have to sacrifice so much in your life to become successful. And I think one of the major sacrifices you made is from your friends, right?
This is from the first thing I did is I coach all the friends, not because I have something bad over them or something like that, just they are not in the same position, vision, not the same. And this is the cons of the business. When you have your own business, if your friends are not in the same vision, then
literally.
You cannot. This is the bad thing. Even I do have good memories with them, but I don't have time right now to answer them or to go out with them because my vision is sharp, as you taught me, and I'm focused on my goals. So anything outside of this circle, I cannot waste time on it. It
hurts, man. But eventually, you grow only with pain, and in order to reach that next level, you have to sacrifice these things, man. I went through the same path, I had to sacrifice, even in some scenarios, and I'm not really proud of it, family members, that I was surrounded by too many times with a lot of negative energy. And I think the moment you try to not sacrifice it completely, but just distance, and focus on your own path, you have to create this tunnel vision for yourself. Only then you will succeed. And it is a matter of how much sacrifices you made, how much are you willing to put down, that will really dictate how much you're gonna earn eventually, So nowadays you see people watching Netflix, chilling on the couch, scrolling on Instagram all day, all these things that bring you nowhere. You're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Yeah, this never
And then
will
still they ask, oh, why am I not rich? Why are these people buying a Lambo, driving around in that, and traveling the world, taking care of the parents? Why am I not in that position? When I'm looking at them and I'm saying, bro, you just did this consistently for 2 weeks, There are people, they filled their 9th business, their 8th business. They're still doing it for like years and years, and they're continue. Why would you go over them, They're trying as hard as they can. Yeah. You are not. When I put a gun on your head right now, I'm gonna tell you, listen, if you don't make $1 million at end of the month, your mom is gonna die.
I will make it.
Somehow, somewhere, you're gonna make it. That's your survival mechanism.
Yeah. And nowadays, I see people, we are struggling. The biggest challenge is not the business or the strategy or the mindset. The biggest challenge nowadays is distraction.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are very, our mindset.
I call it the TikTok focus.
Yeah, the TikTok. We have the TikTok focus now. We have the biggest challenge is how to avoid distraction. If you can do it, then you're gonna be successful.
It really is, man. This life is just putting so many obstacles on your vision. And you're trying to catch your reward over there, but then there's something else again, and then it drags you there, and then you're like, oh, no, I had to go there. And then you try to catch it again, and then it will bring you again towards some different shiny object. And then at some point you'll realize you just wasted 6 months, you just wasted 1 year.
Yeah, true.
And that is the biggest regret you can ever have, man, is that you just threw away a lot of time. Because that's the only thing we cannot buy, right? Yeah. Health and time, that's it.
Yeah, you can't.
And wasting that is just, a lot of people come up to me, they say, you're 24, you're on a rise, you're growing so fast. What drives you so much? And I think that it is really the idea that I put on myself. Every single day I remind myself I'm 30. I'm 35 right now. Right. I'm really putting myself in a different reality that I'm already 35, which gives me this rush, this pressure. Yeah.
I use the same trick. I always tell myself, oh, I'm late. Oh no, I'm still late. I have to do this. It's too late for me. Yeah.
That's the only way to grow as a man. Just picture yourself being 35, still in the same position, and you haven't made anything of your life. That's the only way to grow immensely. You're gonna move in so much speed, and it's all about speed, But when you tell yourself, oh, I'm like 25, chill, relax, I still have time. Who said you have time? Yeah. Did God promise you tomorrow?
No.
Are you God? No, right?
No.
I mean, nobody is promised anything. So the best thing you can do is absolutely give everything every single day.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Okay, for anybody watching in here and he's like, I don't know, I'm living in UK, I'm looking at this podcast right now and I'm thinking, hey, e-commerce, I've seen it so many times, but will this actually work for me? What do you have to say to that kind of person?
Yeah, it depends because, this business will never die, I've seen so many people online and people sharing videos on YouTube.
Brother, you're from Morocco. Yeah. If you made it possible, it's possible for everyone.
How come for someone from, for example, Europe or UK, they can't make it? Because you have everything ready. You can start selling from the day one,
Yeah.
For me, I have to apply for a payment gateway, apply for a company, so many obstacles.
Way longer setup,
and the surroundings, the beliefs, you don't see that every day. But for them, man, if they can't do it,
absolutely.
Yeah, this is.
It's crazy how people don't realize what kind of blessing they have. A person in your position it faces so many obstacles. You could have gave up long time ago.
Yeah.
You could have said like, hey man, it's not gonna work for me because I'm in a third world country or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I already did that because I started on 2019. I started drop shipping, right?
Ah.
And I remember I saved some money. I asked my brother to help me for the banking and stuff. And I started selling. And after that, they just blocked everything and I gave up. I remember I was selling the U-shaped pillow for pregnant women. At that time, I was young. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, I just launched my website, my ads. Yeah, and I started getting sales. I remember 5 sales a day. And I was very young that time, yeah.
You still gave up, how?
And I gave up, I don't know, because the
crazy.
mindset, man, you know, the mindset.
That's why, man, if you continued at that time,
Yeah,
you would
I
have
know.
been a millionaire right
Yeah,
now.
I knew.
But it doesn't matter, you know, like people say that about Bitcoin. If you started in 2013, you would have been a billionaire right now.
But it's never too late.
They're gonna say that again in 5 years, and again in 5 years, and again
Every
in 5
time
years
they're gonna
after
say
that.
it, yeah.
So the perfect timing is literally right now. It's
Right now.
never the perfect timing to start.
Yeah, it's never too late, you know.
Because people in the future will tell that about now, you know?
Yeah, they tell about now, it's late because you never took actions, you know.
Yeah.
If you take actions now in the next 5 years, they will not say, you have to take this or...
Literally, man. And I heard your own wife and your brother, I actually called with him a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
He's on 50K now, and your wife doing also numbers, and you guys are just like duplicating. Who, the mother we're gonna bring, the father,
the father
everyone.
gonna sell, the mother gonna sell the abaya, the father gonna sell
uncles. What if we go to Morocco, the whole village we learn e-commerce,
yeah, we learn
you know?
e-commerce and we name it on that, you know.
The same store.
Yeah, because they have seen the reality, the truth. They have seen the results.
Yeah.
They have seen they see it with their own eyes, you know. And for my brother, as I said before, he was like everyone. He doesn't trust the online business, you know. He said, this is just bullshit. But at that time, he was the one who was paying the supplier, paying for Facebook ads because he has the banking app and he sees.
For you. He was paying,
for me.
Paying
on
it
behalf
for you.
of me, And he was seeing for example, Meta ads, taking 500 euros, supplier 1,000. And at that time, he started to think about it and realize, oh man, this is a lot of money.
So much money for you.
So much transactions and stuff. And he believed and he started his website. I helped him that time. And then, now he joined and you can see the results and he's blowing up.
I'm happy
and also
for him.
my wife, he doesn't know anything about the e-commerce field or anything. But she was helping me, by the way, she helps me finding the good products and stuff like that. And also she sees the results with her own eyes, and now she created her website, and I swear I didn't help her or anything. She created alone the website. She used the Eco team.
Eco
team. And she uploaded the products, she did the descriptions and stuff like that. She launched the ad and she got sales. She's getting sales at the moment. 1, 2 sales, but
Still a good beginning, man.
Still
I
a
mean,
good
come on.
beginning,
Amazing, bro. It's incredible how you're bringing your whole family into this.
You know.
It's good. You know, anytime soon we have to do a group coaching instead of
group
one-on-one coaching.
Not one-on-one.
Imagine your whole family there. You know?
Hamza's family now and the group coaching.
Incredible. Oh man. So what is the future plans for Hamza? Like, what do you have inside? Is there any goal you want to reach this year?
Yeah, I have a goal I want to reach this year. Is that I want to reach at minimum 1 million in the revenue. I think it's possible. Very easy work. With your strategies and everything. We are going very fast, you know.
Very fast. Yeah.
And now the problem I found out that it's not about numbers. It's about there's a lot of to learn about the business. It's not only product research, launching ads. Now we are working on backends, on backups. You know, if this happens, you have to replace it. But I want to reach this year 1 million in the revenue.
Easy, bro.
Easy work.
In the way you're moving, it's easy. You know, eventually. like we said previously on the call, most people that don't realize what e-commerce scaling is really about is that it's all about preventing and preparing for all the obstacles.
Yeah.
You got to be like 7 steps ahead, and you also want to think about all the things, the minor things that create a major thing together. So think about email marketing, customer satisfaction, lookalike, think about all the extra apps, think about all the extra things around it that most people are like, oh, you know what, let me just run some ads and see what comes in. No, the real people who are doing 1 million and up, they have all the extra things around it, the small things that create a big thing together.
Yeah.
And that's how you can scale.
Yeah.
So that you have from every single side, you have 20% sales from here, 20% sales from here, 20% from sales from here. And that's how you scale eventually. But the biggest mistake most people make, where they just stay until that roof, right? Like they cannot surpass the roof. They just focus on one thing. They run ads, they get sales, they send the product. That's it. But it's not that simple. Eventually, if you want to scale and you really want to reach big numbers, you have to think about all the things around it.
Yeah, me and Dan, when he showed me how to set up the email marketing with Klaviyo, and man, last month we did 100K, right? And 20K was from the email marketing. That's 20%.
This is exactly what I'm saying to everyone.
I never knew about Klaviyo email marketing. I was seeing people talking about it, but I really don't care about it. I just focus on
because
getting
it's not a sexy subject,
Yeah.
Like email marketing?
Yeah.
What?
Boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was boring for me when I watched the video. But when me and Dan fixed it and he showed me how to use it, I can show you 100K last month, 20K just from the email marketing. That's 20%.
Yeah. Literally. That's what I always say. 20 to 30% will come from email marketing. Don't underestimate it. And we keep preaching it. But somehow, some way, people always look for the shortcuts.
Yeah.
And we're screaming a lot of things, but there's almost nobody who's taking 100% of the advice.
Yeah.
They take maybe 10, maybe 20, maybe 30% of the advice because they think, this is working for me. I'll just continue that. But something that is working doesn't mean it can get better. It can always get better.
Yeah, true.
So, okay, so you want to go to 1 million end of this year.
Yeah.
Eventually, do you want to live still in Morocco or is there anywhere else you want to live?
We may plan to move. We will think about it at that time. We are just now focused on the business, focused on doing big numbers, focusing on the process, and eventually we will find a way to expatriate from Morocco, Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, inshallah. I hope so, man. Eventually with someone doing that kind of numbers, you want to be surrounded by also people who are doing like that numbers.
Yeah, because it had so much. When I arrived yesterday to
Dubai.
I was at the airport and there was so many supercars, I was waiting for the taxi Uber driver to get me to my place. And I was opening the laptop on the taxi and looking for products because I need to level up, And you can see the energy that hits once you arrive to a place where there is a lot of successful people, It's not like from somewhere no one knows about business, only knows about 9 to 5 work. And that's it,
Yeah. Incredible, man. Yeah, it's something about Dubai, bro. When you come in that kind of surrounding and the energy from the ground itself, it just pulls you towards working harder, And you want to work as hard as possible because you feel like you're nobody here. But it's also in a healthy way because it motivates you. It doesn't put you more down than you are.
Yeah.
And that makes it really, really special. So when you started with e-commerce, what is the hardest thing you faced, in scaling your business? What did the Hamza from 10K a month do compared to the Hamza who's doing 100K a month right now?
I think I was struggling with, first of all, product research because I was selecting products randomly, just if I like them, or my wife, for example, choose it with me, we just launch it. And the second thing is the ads structure, I was messing around with it, just watching on online videos, applying the same strategy to my ads, and it doesn't work. But once I joined the program, I worked with the coach, Dan, and you know, and we worked on the ad strategy, and he showed me how to select the products. And I started applying the same strategy for me and for my brother's store. As you can see, he's doing good. And yeah, this is the only problems that I faced when I started is product selection and ad structure. Yeah.
And I saw you optimize your store as well, right?
Oh
like
yeah,
a lot of optimization.
yeah. I remember. When we hop on the call, on the first call,
Yeah.
I shared the website with you, and you just checked it, and you give me the pain points on the store. And once I changed that, I remember I was running at 1%, 0.8% conversion rate. After that trick, when I changed everything, I started seeing like 2%, 2.5% from the first week. You know.
That's a big jump,
yeah,
bro.
that's a big jump. Yeah,
But what did we change eventually?
Yeah, we changed the product description, the add to cart buttons, and many things on the product page.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
the
yeah.
cart page also. And you did the analyze. I remember you told me there's so many add to carts and very few checkouts, and you told me there is a problem on the
checkout.
checkout
page.
And we fixed that, and after that it just went like crazy, you know.
That's the common mistake most people make, is that they focus so much on making the landing page, but they forget the whole process to the checkout. And then sometimes I go to the checkout page and I see that it has no logo, no colors, no urgency, no add to cart bulk, like timer. They have no, like nothing over there, you know, no upsell bundles, no nothing. And eventually they forget that. But what happens is you get so many people on your ads, they come to your landing page, nice, then they go to the checkout, the most important part where they either decide to purchase or pull in their credit card, you know?
Yeah, true.
And then on the last page, they choose to give the least amount of attention, you know? No, there should be the most attention, you know, because that's the moment when clients will decide to purchase or not.
Yeah, because they're gonna take their credit card. It should be look trustworthy. So many things you have.
And then there are a lot of sabotage at that moment. They're gonna look for reasons not to buy, and to place yourself in their position and actually feel what they're feeling. You know, like, okay, if I'm a customer going through this and I want to pay, and I'm like in here and I'm sweating and I'm like, okay, should I buy this? No, because this, you know?
Yeah.
Eliminate that moment, eliminate that thing that gives them the reason, you know? That's the only thing you want to level up. And that's why when we got on the call, me and you, I saw so many things that you can make better. And you remember I told you, Hamza, take your notes, write this down. And I was like, take this, change that. Urgency, put Trustpilot here, put these colors here, put more pictures and GIFs over here, put the timer on here. You remember so many things we put on the store that just hires your conversion rate, you know?
Yeah.
And that is super important because you're competing against so many other people. But it also gives you the advantage to know what is working, you know? A lot of people these days say like, oh yeah, maybe it's too late because so many people are doing it. No, it's actually a perfect time because now you can find easily who's on the top and you can just duplicate the people on the top.
And you're gonna get the most of the results.
Yeah, you know, that's it. Back when I started in 2018, 2019, there was almost nobody doing it, you know, and it was so difficult to find perfect examples. You had to find out everything yourself, you know? But now, these days, we know of all the names who are doing good numbers right now. We have all the tools, we have all the courses and the mentors to actually achieve it. So if anybody is sitting there on their couch and thinking like, you know what, maybe I'm not gonna do it, just go back to my safety net, my job, man.
Yeah, and these details, I think this is the difference between successful people and, for example, if you can get from Klaviyo email marketing 20%, this is a win for me. The other will not get it, for example, if they don't set up that. For example, if they don't customize their website, I just jumped from 1% to 3%, for example, conversion rate. This is more money. That's why I'm making 100K or 200K, and the others are making 10K. This is Hamza making 10K and Hamza making 100K. Just these little things makes the biggest changes, you know.
It really does. It really does, man. Yeah. I got a really important question for you. And I still don't know it, to be honest. You know, I quite know you so until now, you know, we've spent some time together and I've called many times with you. But if I think about it right now, I cannot come up really with the answer. That is, when you're doing this all and you're staying until late night and you're doing your habits and you're taking care of yourself and your family, you know, you're just doing it every single day, showing up. What is your why for doing that? Like really your reason.
Okay, my why, it's a very different one from, I think, from people, because I'm not doing this for money. Yeah. I'm doing it for money. Everyone are working for money, you know. But Hamza, when he sees someone, for example, when I was watching your reels on following you on Instagram, I was saying, okay, Ruslan is doing good in life because of, for example, e-commerce. I have to be successful as well, you know. And this is my why. I have to be successful in this business like Ruslan, like this person, not for money. I just want to be successful. That's it. I want to make it happen. 1 million, I want to see it in my Shopify store. And after that, I don't care about money or anything. I just want to see it. This is Hamza how I think.
Wow.
Yeah, of course I'm doing it for money. Everyone is doing it for money, but that's not my priority. I promise that's not my priority.
You just want to see how the best version of yourself looks like.
Yeah, I just want to make it as well.
Yeah. And where does it come from? Where does it come from, the need of becoming so good and proving to yourself that you can be even better than me?
I think when I was young, I was doing the same thing. I remember one day I had a very bad results in the school, and my mom was screaming on me. And I told her, listen, if I want to get like 20, the full note, I will get it. She told me, okay, show me. I told her, the next exam, I will get full note. And the next exam, I get the full note, and I showed her. Here is the full note, mom. I did zero mistake on the exam. And this is me. I always challenge myself. And if I want something, I go get it, no matter what, you know.
You really believe it, from your childhood, you know that.
When I was young, I believe it. If you want something in life, you can get it very easy, you know. But you have to work for it. Not easy how people think it's easy, you know.
Just sign up for a course,
and get the full results, you know.
No, it doesn't work like that. What do you think was the biggest challenge you had by learning on your own and now with a mentor?
Okay, so the biggest challenge is when you have, to be honest, when you have a mentor, it's kind of shortcuts, you know, you know. He shows you, he was there, he was in the process before you. He knows the tricks, he knows the obstacles, you know, he gives you tips to avoid a lot of mistakes, you know. When you are at your own, for example, for me, I went from 8K a month on March 2024 to August 2024. I was just doing like 15K a month. This is my maximum. And you know, it's like 4 months or 5 months just living up with 10K. This is not good. But once you have, for example, a mentor, first month we went from 20K or 18K, we went directly to 100K. This is crazy, you know. Yeah, because the mentor, he shows you the road, he shows you the right path, and his guidance, his strategy, he knows everything, you know.
Yeah. If someone is watching this in the same position as you were before, what would you tell him?
Yeah, I would tell him just start, you know. You start the process by starting, you know. If you keep overthinking a lot of problems, for example, I receive many of DMs on my Instagram. I want to start, but I'm scared if my ad account is gonna shut up or disabled or like that. If you are overthinking problems that doesn't exist, you will never start. So I became successful on this business because I started, you know. Okay, they just have to start, you know, because if they don't start, they will never be successful. But if they start, they will be successful. If they encounter any problem, they're gonna overcome it at that time.
Problems are always going to be there
Yeah.
eventually.
Even
you
in
cannot
life,
stop.
you have problems, you know.
Yeah, literally. In your life, you have also personal problems all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
Nothing goes perfect in life.
So they have to start and they have to trust the process, and it's gonna happen. For me, for example, it might take 3 months or 6 months, but for them it may take 1 month or 2 weeks or.
Because you did it 5 or 6 months without taking any mentor.
Yeah.
Can you share with us the moment when you realized that e-commerce could change your life?
The moment, it's when I hit my first winning, and I remember I did 8K of revenue that month, and my profit margin was like 20% or 25%. I said, oh my God, I made like an engineer salary in my country.
Yeah.
Just 8K revenue.
From one product.
From one product, and
Yeah.
I'm totally beginner. For example, if I reach 100K or 200K a month or 500K a month, it's gonna be a huge. And that time I trusted myself, and yeah, it's just like drugs, you know.
Yeah.
The numbers is like drugs, you know.
You get addicted.
you get addicted. Yeah.
That was the moment when you were like, okay,
Yeah.
this is working.
Yeah.
This is actually...
Yeah, my first winning, it's not a huge winning, not a huge revenue. 8K, it's nothing. But yeah, I did an engineer salary from the revenue, and that time I trust myself.
Product.
Yeah, and yeah, I said I'm gonna make it, and we are making it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're making it. For those who are thinking about starting with e-commerce, what is the number one thing for them to succeed?
I would say habits, mindset. They have to be that person, that successful person. For example, when I started, I was seeing you as my successful person. You know, you are doing.
Thanks, bro.
And I watched your reels, for example, your journey. Oh, he's praying, he's doing this consistently, he's reading books, I have to become the same as you, in fact, to become successful, you know.
100%, man.
Yeah.
It's a very unhealthy journey, and you have to have everything around it sorted.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would never succeed, you know? Because you can sacrifice your health, but after that, you have no energy anymore to work.
Yeah, true.
You know, so having everything around it in the right order is the only thing that will make you succeed, you know.
And you can see the...
Yeah, your eyes even tired and everything.
Because I stay late, I have to fix with the supplier, time difference, China, time difference,
Everything.
you know. You have to set up, and in the morning you have to wake up early to check your ads. It's a very unhealthy, but yeah, it's worth it, yeah.
Still better than working in Starbucks.
It's better than working in Starbucks or Uber Eats, you know.
Uber Eats. Hamza, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you so
here,
much,
brother.
Mr. Rose.
Let's inspire a lot of people with
Yeah,
this podcast, hopefully.
Inshallah.
And see you in the next one, man.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yalla.
See you.